Hi, and welcome to Your Truth Explored, the podcast where we unpack your truths to bring clarity, understanding, and insight into what lies ahead. My name is Rodney Reynders. Welcome to Your Truth Explored. Today we're exploring a quiet but powerful idea, the strength in calmness. We covered it in Thought for the Day 339. In this world that often rewards urgency, speed, loud reactions, calmness can easily be misunderstood. Sometimes it gets labeled as weakness. Sometimes it gets mistaken as misengagement. Sometimes it's seen as not caring enough. But in my experience and in my work with clients, calmness is one of the most reliable indicators of inner strength. Because calmness isn't passive. It isn't avoidance. It isn't suppression. Calmness is regulated power. And today we want to explore what calmness really gives us, why it matters so much in our leadership and relationships, and how you can begin strengthening this capacity in your own life. We live in a culture that moves fast. Messages arrive instantly. Expectations are immediate. Problems are visible in real time. And when pressure rises, many of us default to reactivity. We snap, we rush, we defend, we explain. We try to regain control by speeding up, but reactivity rarely creates clarity. It usually creates noise. Calmness, on the other hand, creates space. Space between stimulus and response. Space between emotion and action. Space between what we feel and what we choose to do next. That space is everything. Because inside that space lives choice, and choice is where strength begins. Think about the calmest person you've ever been around during a crisis. They didn't necessarily have all the answers, but something about their presence steadied the room. Their tone slowed down. Their body language reduced tension. Their breathing seemed to invite others to breathe. Calmness is contagious, just like anxiety is contagious. Just like frustration is contagious. When one person remains grounded, they often become anchor points for everyone else. This is why calm leaders are so impactful. Not because they are unemotional, not because they do not care, but because they can hold emotion without being hijacked by it. And that is a strength. I often see this in my work with clients. Many come to me believing they need to fix their emotions. They say things like, I need to stop feeling anxious. I need to get rid of my anger. I shouldn't feel overwhelmed. But what we usually discover together is that the goal isn't elimination of emotions. The goal is regulating it. One client in particular comes to mind. They described how in conflict their mind would race, their chest would tighten, and they would either shut down or explode. We worked on something very simple. Not the content of the arguments, not the perfect wording. We worked first on their nervous system, slowing their breath, relaxing their shoulders, noticing their feet on the floor, lowering their voice. As they practiced this, something interesting happened. They didn't become passive, they became clearer. They could hear other people better. They could articulate their needs more cleanly. They stopped saying things they later regretted. Their calmness didn't make them weaker, it made them more effective. And that leads me to this powerful truth. When you are dysregulated, your access to higher level thinking is reduced. Your brain shifts into threat mode. That means less creativity, less empathy, less problem solving, more black and white thinking. Calmness reopens those pathways. It restores access to perspective. So calmness isn't just emotional, it's cognitive. It improves thinking quality. It improves decision making. It improves relationship quality. Calmness becomes a multiplier. For me personally, calmness has become a quiet strength. Early in my life, I often equated intensity with effectiveness. If I cared, I reacted strongly. If I was passionate, I pushed hard. If I felt threatened, I defended loudly. Over time, I noticed a pattern. The moments I felt most proud of weren't the loud moments. They were the moments that I stayed steady, where I didn't escalate, where I didn't personalize, where I didn't rush. Those moments tended to produce better outcomes, better conversations, better boundaries, better self-respect. Calmness slowly shifted from something I admired in others to something I intentionally practiced within myself, and I still practice daily. Let's make this practical. Here are 3 small things you can try. Slow the exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale slowly through the mouth. Make the exhale longer than the inhale. This tells your nervous system you are safe. Drop your shoulders. Notice if you're holding tension. Let gravity take some of the weight. Insert a pause. Before replying, before sending the message, before responding emotionally, even 1 second counts. These aren't grand techniques. They are tiny adjustments, but tiny adjustments compound. Calmness doesn't mean you don't care. It often means you care enough to respond with intention. Calmness doesn't mean you accept poor behavior. It means you address it with clarity. Calmness doesn't mean you're weak. It means you are regulated. And regulation is power. In the next section of the podcast, we're going to move to the music portion, and we encourage you to take this time to listen to the music and reflect on what you may have discovered in our conversation today and how you would deploy that in the days and weeks ahead. And if the song resonates with you, we find that when you add it to your playlist and it plays again, it reminds you of your choices you made. It helps bring longevity to those choices. So join me now as we listen to Strength in Calmness.
In a world that rushes, where voices collide, urgency whispers, pulling us wide. But there's a grounding deep within my core. The power of calm is what I adore. Taking a breath, I find my own space, a pause between moments, my sacred embrace. With every heartbeat, I feel myself grow. In the stillness, I find what I know. Oh, strength in calmness, quiet and clear. It's the anchor I seek when chaos is near. Standing grounded while the storms rage loud. In the depths of the silence, I'm lifting my brow. With every inhale, I feel the release. Calmness of power, my heart, steady peace. Oh, reactivity shouts with noise and with haste, but love and attention is never misplaced. Response is more measured, words chosen with care. In a world full of glamour, I choose to be fair. In a space I create, connections arise. With deeper listening, we open our eyes. Spark reflections come flowing through me. In the sanctuary found, we can truly be free. The calmness, quiet and clear, is the anchor I seek when chaos is near. Standing grounded while the storm rages loud. In the depths of the silence, I'm lifting my brow. With every inhale, I feel the release. Calmness of power, my heart, steady peace. Oh, and as I breathe in, I feel the embrace of all that is present. I'm held in this grace. With every choice made, my roots go deep. In the harmony found, there's a promise to keep. Oh, strength in calmness, quiet is near. Standing grounded while the storms raise loud. The depths of the silence, I'm lifting my brow. With every inhale I feel the release. Calmness of power, my heart steady peace. So I walk with intention, shoulders held high. With calm in my spirit, I reach for the sky. In a world that rushes, I'll choose to be still. With strength in this calmness, I'll harness my will. Together we'll listen, together we'll shine. In the power of presence, our spirits entwine.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Your Truth Explored. If today's episode resonated with you, please take a moment to follow the podcast and share it with someone who might benefit from the conversation. Your support helps these messages reach the people who need them most. If you enjoyed the song featured on this episode, you can stream it and our other songs on all major music platforms just by searching Rodney Reynders under artists. And if you'd like to explore your own truths more deeply, you're welcome to connect with me at yourtruthservices.com.au about a coaching or counseling booking, and many of our other resources are available there too. Until next time, take care and stay connected to your truth.